We got the number 40 Cantina Racing Baja Jerky Chris Miller.
Racing down here isn't about becoming a millionaire. These are guys that can go do anything they wanted in the world, and when they got one little bite of Baja, they were hooked. Guys are spending life savings to be down here to live out their dreams and their adventures. And that's what Baja is. Whether it's a 250-mile race or it's a 1,000-mile race, the allure of beating Baja is what all of these people are out here chasing.
So to race a trophy truck costs enormous amounts of money. Not just to buy the truck, but to have the team, to have the pre-runners, to have the crew. Realistically, most anybody that's going to be in this sport is been very successful in life. And so that person tends to be a competitive person at heart. The reason they're successful in racing is because of the competitive nature. What more could be exciting than to compete on a level of ultimate racing across the Baja Peninsula through rocks, sand, silt, mud, beaches. It's just a total adventure.
If you're looking from a 40,000 foot view, then you just see a crazy guy in a very expensive truck beating himself silly in the heat with a whole bunch of people running around behind him. But I think if you look at what's going on, you know, Chris has been down here and the teams have been down here for 2 weeks now. And they've been out running the course and running the course and plotting the course and, you know, GPSing the course. It's not just a crazy man with a gas pedal. But it's, you know, where's the apex? Where do you turn? Where's the beacons? There's so many things that go into it. It's not just a crazy person running across the desert, because I got a feeling that the crazy people running across the desert don't make it very far.
For this year's race schedule, for the 4 score races, what we're looking at doing is running 2 trucks at the first 3 races. Larry Rosler will be in the 43 truck, Chris Miller will be in the 40 truck. We're going to go at this with a real team aspect here. Our goal is to put 2 trucks consistently in the top field. And when it comes down to it at the end of the year, we're going to decide which weapon is best and which number is best. That's what we're going to go to the 1,000 with, and we're going to really attack this as a team effort. And we feel strongly that teams are better than individuals.
Coming into this new season, it's going to be a bit of a learning curve the first couple races, because we're racing 2 trophy trucks that are capable of being front runner trucks. It's going to be really difficult for the crews to get adjusted to running 2 trucks. We're pretty comfortable with running 1 truck. Being able to divide the crew basically in half now to split them for each truck is going to be interesting.
There's a lot of work that goes on at the shop that nobody sees. And the unsung heroes of the sport are really the prep guys that are putting the cars together. Because on race day, everybody just sees, you know, Mason will get the credit if the car wins. Well, we prep some, but we don't prep them all.
Prepping 2 trophy trucks right now, and we have the pre-runners also. It's going to be crazy. So getting both of them ready in time, getting all the pit equipment ready, we're really going to be hitting the ground running here. And we couldn't do it without all the help of everybody on the team, all the volunteers. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on this year, and it's going to be exciting to watch for sure.
So San Felipe is known for lines. It's known for super whooped out, super fast. It's a sprint. Even though the terrain is super difficult, not only do you have to be able to drive quickly through it and sustain the pace, but you have to spend a lot of time figuring out all the fast routes. Because in San Felipe, there's the race course, and then there's the race course. And in the trophy truck world, you want to race from VCP to VCP. I spent a lot of time with my co-driver. We went out and we marked and ran all of our best lines. My thought is, okay, if I want to be on the podium, I need to put more work and more time into racing than anybody here that's showing up. So every single day we've been out on the course for at least 100 to 200 miles every single day for the last 12 days.
280 miles isn't a very long time. It's imperative that we be on kill mode the entire time. We want to be doing all of our work ahead of the race so that when we get to the race, it's just muscle memory. Chris has pre-run 10 times. Larry's been around a lot of times. For these guys, it's just going to be about getting around the course as fast as possible the entire time.
Person that could obviously sit back and fly around in helicopters and sit on the beach for the next, rest of his life, and whatever he's doing right now, it's something that he definitely wants to do. And if he wants to get into a truck and beat himself silly in the desert, that's what he wants to do. And he's got the best equipment for it. So I mean, he's got the passion, he's got the equipment, he's got the teams, and once it all funnels together, then at that point you got to make a decision. Do I continue?
I spent a lot of time thinking about the race, running the lines in my head. I spent a lot of time actually just walking and thinking about things, and then it was pretty funny this week. We ended up spending a lot of time after pre-running. We played basketball every night with the locals, and honestly it was great because it gave me about an hour and a half to 2 hour break of just not thinking about racing and pre-running and calmed me down, where I didn't have the jitters. I tend to get stronger as the race goes on. I have a lot of endurance and I train for that. My preparation is going to be mentally getting myself to charge as hard as possible out of the box quickly, instead of taking 20 to 40 miles to catch up to go fast, because that's typically what I do, and that's just seat time. So mentally getting myself prepared to push from mile 1 and go.
So we're here at the qualifying loop in south of San Felipe. We're starting the 2021 season, so we're just out here getting ready to qualify for the first round.
We think the competition level is high, obviously, but that's why we race. We want the competition to be high so we can perform at our best.
I gotta get this truck back in my head, and with qualifying, you gotta be 100% right out of the bat. Just getting some work in right now, getting used to the truck, and trying to prepare myself as much as I can for the qualifier.
Really big race. I think we have 37 trophy trucks now, which is one of the bigger trophy truck races in a long time. It's pretty interesting right now watching all the all-wheel drive trucks versus the two-wheel drive trucks. Speed versus reliability, really, and it'll be a really interesting season.
In the past couple years, Cantina as a team has really grown. We've really started to stretch our feet and make friends and make a good team. 3 years ago, we were 7 or 8 guys, a couple of trucks, and a mission to finish the Peninsula Run. This year, we're coming at it with 2 trophy trucks, 2 top-level drivers, 65 to 70 men for a 280-mile race, 2 helicopters, 13 chase trucks, people coming from the southern tip of Mexico to the northern part of California. People and families and friends that are giving up all of their time and weekends to come help make Cantina Baja Jerky a deal.
The people that support us, they're really the champions. You know, the drivers get a lot of attention and whatnot, but what I would love to communicate to the world of racing, especially in off-road racing, is we wouldn't be out here without the guys that volunteer their time away from their work or their families to do something like that. You don't do it for money, you do it because you love it. I have equal passion of the sport that they do. I get out of bed and I get excited. I can't wait to charge in the day. And I think about all the hours and all the time and everything these guys have put in and all the sweat, blood, tears, heartache, the sacrifice. You know, I love the guys. I love what they do for us. And there's not one job that I won't do to help these guys, you know, because they mean that much to me.
Every single person I met, just super humble, nice, willing to help out. Nobody around here is trying to sham out of work. Everybody's a good person. Chris is awesome. And I mean, they take care of us.
Nobody's gonna look at what we do and say, hey, that's a relaxing time, but it's vacation for me. The smell of the fuel, the noise of the truck, being able to jump in and be a part of a team, it's awesome.
Whenever I can make it, I'm definitely down here. It doesn't feel like volunteering. It's really just having a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, you come down here, stay in a nice hotel, get tacos on the beach. You know.
Yeah. I can just see the way he talks to the team members and everything. He never talks down to anybody. Everybody knows that he's the man. If everybody did their job to support him, you know, he's got some of the best equipment out there and what seems like some of the best people supporting him. I think he's got a greatest chance of success tomorrow than anybody else.
This is blood, sweat, and tears. This is a lot of sacrifice, and we hope to do our very best to honor you guys tomorrow and give a great result. So thank you.
I mean, this is a perfect opportunity to say thank you to all of you. Truly means a lot to me. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's still really, really special for me. So thank you.
Grateful for the memories that we're all making, and just grateful for all the fun that we get to have while we're doing this amazing sport. And very blessed, and let's just have fun. Let's be safe. And just thank you.
I'm really excited to be back here in San Felipe for the 250. There's 37 plus trucks here. The best of the best are here, so looking forward to going battling with them. It's going to be tight, it's going to be close, and it's going to be really, really fast.
280 miles, which is around that 250 mark, which is you know, standard for San Felipe. That's the classic San Felipe, and a lot of really fun washes. Azufre and Watamote washer classic. A lot of lines, a lot of bumps. Where it's rough, it's extremely rough. I think it's going to be a really fast pace. A lot of fast roads out there, and so we'll see.
Well, the course this year is very rough. A lot of whoops, like everyone knows. San Felipe is the roughest Baja has to offer. It's going to be fast. The second half is definitely very, very fast, but very whoopy, so you're going to have to send it for sure.
As soon as you strap yourself into 1,100 horsepower and go ripping across 4 or 5 foot deep whoops at 100 miles an hour and realize that it's not going to break and that you are going faster and faster and bigger holes, it just puts you on a whole new high.
It's not just a crazy man with a gas pedal, but it's, you know, where's the apex, where do you turn, where's the beacons? There's so many things that go into it. It's not just a crazy person running across the desert, because I got a feeling that the crazy people running across the desert don't make it very far.
Race 40, green light.
Too hot, Chris. Come on, kicker. Got it. We got hot water again. All our temps cam are hot. Water out. 241. Engine oil. 282. Is the fan not working? You got a fan number 2. We stop at BCP 20. We are gonna check the fan plug. Try to talk to them, okay? Are we cool now? Yeah, temperatures are going down. Okay. We're gonna attack now, okay? You good? Yeah, go for it.
If you're looking from a 40,000 foot view, then you just see a crazy guy in a very expensive truck beating himself silly in the heat with a whole bunch of people running around behind him. It takes a tremendous team effort to make this thing happen. And everybody on the team is important. Kind of like a transmission, there's just a lot of gears turning, and it takes all those gears to make the team basically get to a point where they launch from the racetrack.
Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime.
Truck 43, Larry Rossler showing up first. We're gonna make sure that truck gets all the way up to the front pit. We've done this a few times, we know what we're doing. We got the drinks, we got the tires. We have about a 15-minute gap between 43 and 40. We're cool, we're calm, we're collected. Smooth is steady, steady is fast. We're good? Rock and roll. Come on, guys. Let's go.
At the pit, the middle fan has to be unplugged, maybe clean the plug and then plug back in.
The mason is coming in and we have a slight connector problem in the back that made the fans malfunction a little bit, so I'm going to jump on top and look at it, and these guys are going to do a full service while I'm looking.
Slow down, Chris. The middle fan, unplug it, clean it, and plug it back in, please. Are the fans working now? The rear disc broke the bolt. We have to weld the rear end. Hey, what is going on? What are we welding? Third member into the housing.
Tell them to put the jacks up and pick the car up. Jacked up!
We have a pit neighbor that looks like they have a welder. We're going to try that.
Do you need a welder?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a welder in that red truck. They're using our generator to operate their welders, and we were in the pits next to them. Kind of how we operate here. Plus, they've got the best jerky in town.
How hard can I push it with this?
You just did it after the 1,000 the whole time, and then we did an additional 1,000 miles.
Okay, so I can go.
You know, the team's mentality is really coming together. When other teams are starting to break apart and losing the glue that binds them together, at Cantina Baja Jerky, we're really starting to find our groove. The guys in the shop are all getting along and working together like never before. The guys on the volunteer side are coming in, they're helping, they're being part of things. And as a team, we're really, really strong and only getting stronger while others are getting weaker.
Check for him to check the fan. Are we good? Yep.
Do things in this vehicle that your mind tells your body that it's going to die. It's physically impossible to do, and you hear the roar of 1,000 horsepower behind you, and you're kicking dust hundreds of feet out, and the roar of the motor and the energy of everything, and the co-rider talking to you about the notes. It's an amazing, unbelievable feeling, and it's something that when I'm not in the car, I miss it and I think about it every single day.
It's always nice to finish, win, lose, or draw. You know, it's a battle out there, so it's a good time, right? So that's what it's all about. My hat goes off to the crew and the team, and you know, Baja Jerky, everybody involved, Cantina Racing. Of course we want to win, but of course you know you can't always win, but you can still give it 100% and walk away with, you know, your chest up and proud and say, yeah, we gave it our best. So that's how I feel.
We got the number 40 Cantina Racing Baja Jerky Back TT Chris Miller. How'd it go out there today?
Everything that went wrong, but we got to the finish.
To get both trucks to finish is an accomplishment. It's not the one I wanted, but for the team, it's a great showing. So much work goes into prepping just one trophy truck. It's a massive amount of work, let alone the prep of two-wheel drive trophy truck and an all-wheel drive trophy truck. And run them together with one team is just a massive accomplishment to finish. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe we made it here. Everything that happened today was out of our control. We did everything right in the shop. Some days it's your day in Baja and some days it's not. Next for us is the Baja 500. We have exactly 1 month to get everything ready. Again, both trucks are going all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. Two different trucks, two different drivers, same team. And it's even more of a logistical challenge because we go from 250 miles to 500 miles.